Good day everyone, so today's video I'll be discussing the middle childhood, the primary schooler. So this topic has two modules. So first is the physical and the cognitive development of primary schooler, and the second one is the socio-emotional development of primary schooler. So this time I will first discuss the physical and cognitive development of primary schooler. So let's go. Middle childhood usually defined as ages 6 to 12 years old. So it is a time when children develop foundational skill for building healthy and social relationship and learn roles that will prepare them adolescence or adulthood. So in this stage, children undergo so many different changes like physically, emotionally, socially, and cognitively. Also in this stage, they receive less attention than children in infancy or early childhood. Physical and development of primary people. So it involves many different factors like their height, weight, appearance, their hearings, visual and locomotor abilities. In this stage, they undergo many changes. Primary schooler were children from ages 3 going to primary ages. So during primary school, balance and agility improve, it allowing children to participate for complex physical activities. They can learn to skate, ride bikes, dancing, singing, and lots of more that they can participate in physical activities. The physical growth of primary schooler is slow but steady. During their physical development stages, they involve having good muscle control and coordinations, developing eye-hand coordination, physical hygiene, and also being aware of their safety habits. Height and weight. So in this period of gradual and steady growth will give children time to get used of the changes in their bodies. An average increase their height of 2 inches in a year, both boys and girls, and also their weight gain average of 6.5 pounds a year. So there are many factors could indicate how much children grows or how much change their bodies. Usually it came from their genes, food, climate, exercise, and medical conditions. Bones and muscles. Childhood years are the peak bone producing years. So this is the best time to teach the child of good diet and exercise habit to help them become stronger and healthy bones through their lives. Motor development. So during middle childhood, the physical growth will be slowed down. So one result of the slower rate of growth is an improvement in motor skills. So children of this age tends to sharpen their abilities to perform both gross motor such as riding a bike and fine motor such as cutting their fingernails. So this motor development such includes coordination, balance, speed, agility, and power. Cognitive development of primary schoolers. So according to John Piaget, intelligence is the basic mechanism of ensuring balance in the relation between the person and the environment. So everything the person experiences is a continuous process of assimilation and accommodation. So they begin to see things from other school age children's perspective and begin to understand how their behavior affects to others. John Piaget concrete operational stage. So this period span the time of middle childhood. So it begins around age 7 and continues until approximately age 11. So Piaget determined that children in concrete operational stage were fairly good at the use of inductive logic or inductive reasoning. It involves going from a specific experience to a general principle. So children at this age have difficulty using deductive logic, which involve using a general principle to determine the outcome of a specific events. One of the most important development in this stage is the understanding of reversibility, or the awareness that can be reversed. An example of this is being able to reverse the order of the relationship between the mental categories. Cognitive milestones help a child to understand how to learn and grow. It describes how a child's brain develops and includes skills such as thinking, learning, exploring, and problem solving. Several theories argue that, like a computer, information processing is how individuals perceive, analyze, manipulate, use, and remember, unlike Piaget theory. This approach proposes that cognitive development is ongoing and gradual, not organized into distinct stages. Social emotional development. So it represents a specific domain of child development. It is a gradual integrative process through which children acquire the capacity to understand, experience, express, and manage emotion, and to develop meaningful relationship to others. So industry and inferiority is the psychosocial crisis that children will have to resolve in this stage. So it is the stage where children enter into the greater society beyond the family for the first time. So if they succeed in navigating this stage, then they are able to develop meaningful social role to give back to the society. Understanding the self. So one self-concept is the knowledge about the self, such as belief regarding personality traits, personality characteristic, abilities, values, goals, and roles. So primary school children's self-concept is influenced not only their parents, but also the growing number of people they interact. So next is the school year. In transition from pre-elementary to primary school, children tends to become increasingly self-confident and able to cope well with the social interaction. And lots of the children use their surroundings to observe and mingle to other children or to other people. Antisocial behaviors. So these are the actions that harm or lack consideration for the well-being of others. So it has also been defined as any type of conduct that violates the basic rights of another person, and any behavior that is considered to be disrupted to others in the society. So children at this age are still performing their own worldviews, and other children may seem like curiosity that they need to explore. Next is the self-control. Once children reach their school age, they begin to take pride in their ability to do things. Also the capacity to exert efforts. So this will be great opportunity for the parents or teacher to encourage the children to have positive emotional responses. So now let's proceed to the second module, which is the social emotional development of primary schoolers. So first is the body growth. So body growth refers to an increase in body size, such as the length, the height, and the width. So the girl of ages 6 to 11 years old grow taller to 2 to 3 inches, and their weight will be double. And between 6 and 12 years old, all 20 primary teeth will be replaced with the permanent teeth. So next is the nutrition and sleep. Nutrition can influence the quality of your sleep, and certain food and drinks can make it easier or harder to get sleep that you need. At the same time, getting enough sleep is associated with maintaining a healthier body weight. So children need 2,400 calories every day. And nutritionists recommended the children to eat some fruits, vegetables, and carbohydrates. Motor development and play. So motor development means the physical growth and strengthening of a child's bone muscles and ability to move and touch his or her surroundings. So it includes running, jumping, hooping, and both skills more refined. So the next one is the obesity. So obesity are defined as a normal or excessive fat accumulation that represent a risk to our health. So by 2015, about 50% of the children in South and North America considered to be overweight. So some causes of the obesity are genetics, foods, lacks of physical activities, and also the family stress. Accident injuries. So it is an accident that result in physical damage or hurt. About 23,000 children in the U.S. suffer brain injuries because of the bicycle accidents. So the next one is the Pigtan Approach. So cognitive development suggested that children move through 4 different stages of mental development. So around 7 years old enters the stage of concrete operation, and they can use the mental operations. So most of 6 to 7 years old can find their way to and from school. So the next one is a psychometric approach assessment of intelligence. So psychometric theories are based on model that portrays intelligence as a composite of abilities measured by mental tests. The IQ controversy, the good predictors of school, achievement if you have functional independence in afterlife, later on there will be dementia later in life. So Gardner's theory of multiple intelligences has 8 intelligences. So it can draw students back into learning. It allows to teach a concept of the diverse learning, a chance to succeed of their learnings. Next is the language. Language is the abilities to continue to grow during middle childhood. It will improve their oral and written communication. The child in school. Early school experience critical for success or failure in their schooling. So in gender, girls tend to do better than boys, but boys do better than girls in terms in science and math tests. So the next one is educating children with special needs. A child having special needs may need repeated teaching and instruction before they finally understand a concept. An educator of children with special needs should therefore work relentlessly until the child has understood any concept that is being taught. So a unique aids and tool should be used to teach students with special needs. So this may include mental retardation, learning disabilities, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, and also the gifted children. So that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for listening and watching of my discussion. I hope to see you soon. So bye!